Rahab Wachira, and we are very sorry for what happened. And she had stayed in Saudi for many years. And she left with us to go and work in 2011. And she worked until 2014, because I remember she even came back for holiday, and then she went back again. When she went again, she ran away from the sponsor. And from there, this is where the question comes, we have a disconnect. Because the moment you run away from your sponsor's house, we disconnect from each other. There's no way if you're going through tough time, I can be able to take care of you. There's no way if you have any medical issues, the sponsor will be able to take care of you. Immediately you become an illegal migrant. And that's why sometimes, fine, whether she was a runaway, she deserved to be taken care by the Kenyan embassy. That one I cannot be able to talk about it. But she would not have gotten to that level if she was at her sponsor's house. Because medical expenses are supposed to be taken by the sponsor. For instance, we have a contract. If somebody, death and life is a gift from God, and we cannot always guarantee that. Even me, I don't know whether I'm going to die in the country or when I leave. So some of us, they succumb on the other side. So, and the contract generally says the sponsor is the one who's supposed to repatriate the body. So people are not supposed to start doing harambe and changa in Middle East or in Saudi Arabia, because the sponsor is the one who is supposed to bring back the body within a stipulated time. So Rahab was an illegal migrant. So she was supposed to be taken care by the sponsor, to be brought back home by the sponsor if she died in the hands of the sponsor. We have had several cases, like me, you see, I have stayed in the business for 10 years. So I have had several cases whereby I will even have to bring people, not only from Saudi, even from Qatar, even from Dubai. And I always know, if I take people in Dubai, the company is the one who is supposed to repatriate the body back home and take care of the medical expenses. We have big companies. You will find us like people, I work with mega company in Saudi. The mega company is the one who becomes the sponsor, not an individual. So immediately you land into their office, they're going to give you the phone, they're going to give you the medical card where you'll be using to go to the hospital, and they'll be generating your salary through in your account. So you'll not be getting from the sponsor, you'll be getting from the company. And the system has actually improved. So the issue of how did she end up going to go and start helping, asking for help from the embassy? It's because she was an illegal migrant.
Now you are being her agent. The moment you discover you had your employee, your customer suffering here, why did you come out actually?
I did not have a power.
You didn't have a power.
I did have power. And I will tell you this, she left in 2011. Those are many years. So even though some of this company, I did not work with them. But if still she was in sponsor's house, I will still have power, and the sponsor will have power to negotiate, bring the body home, take the lady to the hospital. We have company, like if you ask me, the mega company I deal with, I usually send a representative from the company. You will be the one who will be in charge of Kenyan cases. Just in case there's somebody who is going through issues, call this number. Call them. Is a Kenyan who knows how to communicate in English and in Arabic. So if there's any disconnect between the employer and the employee, they come in between. I'll not sit here and tell you that we don't have challenges. Yes, we have, because this is a housemaid job. You're going to work in somebody's house for 24 hours and for 2 years. So they'll still have some miscommunication and misunderstanding. So we always have the ways how we are going to sort this problem. But when you become a Kembois, we are already disconnected. Even in Saudi, you are an illegal migrant. And that's why you see them, they're deported without the documentation. They don't have passport. They don't have anything they can be able to do. You don't have any power. Yes.
So you're saying if anyone remains with her employer, that person is covered.
Is completely, is irregardless, is whatever. Yes. I have the power to call the sponsor and ask, why are you not doing the things you're supposed to do? I will go back to my contract. We agreed this and this and this. You're supposed to do them. So we will go back to the things that we agreed. The office will go back to where they started. We had a contract like this. We agreed on 2-3 things, and they will make sure they are going to bring their body back home or pay for their medical expenses. I've told you, I have gone through this with other cases. Not one, not two. And they are able to bring that without any full cry, without even people knowing whatever is happening. And the beauty with those Middle East countries, you will go there and you will get all the documentation. Why did the person succumb to they succumbed to what? They keep the documentation of everything. Even before you leave the country, it has to really be approved. So it's something they are genuine and it really works. Especially the Saudi system with this, the Musanad. It is something which is working. It's something which is there. If you have anything, if you're going through tough time, go back to the office. They have accommodation. They're going to take care of you. We have some ladies, even right now I have ladies who refuse to work. They could not be able to come back because of the way we had some challenges here and there. They're still in the office. They are getting their daily means. They are doing. The system works. And it does very well. And as you say, my colleague has said, in Dubai, in Qatar, in Saudi, in Kuwait, in Bahrain, those are the really 5 countries that we really does very, very well. But of all the 5 countries, the safest one which their system works very well is Saudi Arabia.
Contract here is the crux of the whole matter. This contract is what will make the Kenyan embassy, through the labor attaché, assist someone who is going through problems. If you run away from your employer and you go to the embassy without any documentation, you may not be assisted, because the first thing is, how do they prove you are a Kenyan? And most of the people who run away, they don't go with their passports. And hardly do they have their passports. Number 2, if you go there, your visa is tied to your employer. So when you run away, you're basically on your own. And that's why when somebody goes to when they run away and they go to the embassy for assistance, it becomes a very big challenge, because they are burdening the government of Kenya they are basically burdening the government of Kenya. Because the government of Kenya knows that once you are with your employer, this contract applies. They'll take care of your meals, they'll take care of your medical, they'll take care of your repatriation in case of things go wrong. And in the event that you probably you are still in your contract, as she said, and things go wrong, and the employer or the sponsor is not able to assist, then the government of Kenya will assist you without any problem, because you are not an illegal immigrant. You are actually you are legally in that country. So most of the Kenyans who go to Saudi and run away from the employers, they are illegal immigrants, and most of them are involved in different trades for various reasons. There are Kembois who run away because of the challenges. Maybe some people go to a house and they cannot withstand the challenges, either because of misunderstanding, or sometimes you find even a bad employer, because those cases are there. Yeah. And maybe there is no better way of communicating or dealing with addressing that problem, because we also have some agents in Kenya who are not very good with customer service. So you find that somebody goes, they find a challenge, they are not able to be sorted out. Instead of actually seeking assistance from the Kenyan embassy, because Kenyan embassy is our country, you can seek assistance from the Kenyan embassy. The first line of defense is the office, the Saudi agent, who normally we give them their numbers to call them. So you call the Saudi agent to assist you. If they are not able to assist you, you call us. We can write a letter to them. We can send a letter to the embassy, so that the Kenyan government is not burdened. But what is happening is the Kembois, they run away. After they run away, they go into trouble. And then when they find trouble, they go back to the embassy straight. Now the embassy doesn't know even how, because the embassy, you know, we have so many, we have over 100,000 Kenyans in Saudi Arabia. So I think even the consulate deals with over 300 cases every day. And you are going to that embassy, and to make it worse, you are an illegal migrant or a worker. How do they assist you? So when they go there, they say that they are abused, they are mistreated, but it's just that there's too much. And then if the request for support comes from my office or the office in Saudi, it becomes easier for the labor attaché. So the people who are burdening the embassy, most of them, are actually people who run away. And why do they run away? There are those who run away because they go there and they are told that if you go and run away, work out, you'll earn more money. Yeah. So they go, they are told to go, you're going to earn more money. they go out there, they realize what they were told was not true. Because we have a gang of Kenyans there who actually trade with Kembois. They call them Kembois. The people who run away from the employers, they are called Kembois. Kemboi in Kenya, you know, our legendary Kemboi. So that's why they use that word. So you run away, you Kemboi, and go and earn more money. Most of our girls are earning about between 900 and 1,000 Saudi riyal, maybe between 900 and 1,200. So they are told, you run away, we will get you a job for 2,000. So somebody runs away, they go out there, they realize they cannot get that kind of job. So what they do, those people use them. It's unfortunate, and let me tell you, it's painful to say that there's some Kenyans in Saudi Arabia who have run away and they're involved in prostitution. There are some Kenyans who are in Saudi and they're involved in day jobs. You know, this, what I call piecework. Today you have a job, tomorrow you don't have a job. And there are those ones who run away and eventually they find that they cannot actually survive that harsh life. So now some of them come to the embassy. Some of them, like I know of 3 cases of those ones who who ran away from the employers. They went out there, they got sick during COVID, and they died. And in the process, when they come back, they are no longer recognized by the Saudi government, and they are illegal migrants. So how do you deal with such cases? So those are some of the challenges we are facing. And I think we have more than 3,000 Kembois in Saudi Arabia.
We have so many.
More than 3,000 Kembois, and all of them have run away from the employers. Now, there are those who might say they are justified because maybe they ran away because they had a problem. But the best way to solve a problem when you are if you are having a challenge with the employer is to go back to the agent in Saudi, agent in Kenya, and the Kenyan embassy in Saudi instead of running away. Because the pain of running away, we can see, like during this COVID season, we have lost Kenyans who ran away because of COVID. We have Kenyans who are actually suffering, living a life of lack of protection and medical, and when they get sick, there's nobody to take them to hospital because they are not covered, and then now they come to the embassy to be assisted. Now when the embassy tries to use the normal process, because you cannot just assist everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have to find out, are you a Kenyan? Can we look at your documents? And that process is, they start saying that Kenyan embassy is not taking care of them. But in the first place, they committed a crime. And some of the issues that the government of Kenya probably will be addressing is how do we deal with address this Kemboi issue with the Saudi government? Because most of the girls or the Kenyans who are Kembois, there is no system of actually punishing them. That's why they are thriving in that market. So the ones who go out, they are never arrested and punished or returned back home. Okay, the ones who are caught, they are brought back home. But a good number of them are never caught because there are a lot of panyaroots there. And some people are surviving there.
As much I've said that this system for Saudi works, even if as an agent I will not answer you, even if the Saudi agent does not answer you, does not take care of your problems, there is a system that the government itself of Saudi has put beside me as an agent and the agent on the other side. And there's a shelter, they call it Jawazat. There's a shelter that you are supposed to go. It does not matter you come from which country. And that shelter, I have been there, I've visited there. They put people of different nationality there. And if you run away from the sponsor, maybe you are going through hardship, maybe you don't want to work, maybe you want to go back home. Genuinely speaking, you will go to Jawazat, you take yourself there, and to be sincere, the government of Saudi Arabia will pay for your ticket and take you back home. So somebody who is in Saudi Arabia as a Kemboy, it's because they wish to be there. Yes, they are not supposed to come and give reasons. I am here because I was mistreated by the sponsor. We are getting those cases always because it's like here in Kenya, we have bad employer and good employers. I also employ. So there's somebody I feel I don't want to stay with them. So even our housemaid, we have good and bad. And we are not saying that we don't have challenges. We do. We are not saying there are no problems. They are there and they are normal. Others, they are late payment. Others, it's their food askers. Others, they could not get along with them. They don't know how to work. So when you are there as a Kemboy, it is your wish. Because the system works. If the office did not take care of you, if me, I did not take care of you, go to the police station. They will take you to those Jawazat. And they will accommodate you. you'll be given 3 meals to eat until the right time for you to travel. And most of the time, they will call the sponsor. Because when they get to the system, what are my name? Wangari Muthuma. So they will get to the system. You came on which day? It is going to show in the system. So, and they will even call the sponsor. We have somebody here, can you bring their document? If the sponsor will not bring the document, they will go to the Kenyan embassy in Saudi Arabia, they get the travel document and take you back home.
And one of the challenges we have is when the market opened last year, we had an avalanche of Kenyans traveling to Saudi, especially Saudi market. And what has happened is, by the time Kenyans are going to Saudi, the embassy does not know that they are arriving there. That is the biggest challenge we have. So one of the issues at hand are basically that need to be addressed are that by the time people are leaving Kenya, that the embassy should know who is there. And most of the time, like when I've engaged, the few times I've engaged with the labor attaché, he says, do you know, I get to know Kenyans when they bring problems to my office.
Yeah.
So he only, most of the time, he meets problems. He doesn't meet good things. Like somebody just coming to say, you know, we are around Kenyans and we are reporting ourselves here. No, he only gets reports of Kenyans who are suffering, and he never had the data. I remember there was a case even of Kenyans who traveled to Saudi. They arrived, they had an accident, and they were being called, the labor and the ambassador and the labor attaché were called they were being told there are Kenyans who have gotten an accident, but they were not aware they were coming. So that is one of the biggest challenges also the labor attaché is going through. As an embassy, they are going through. And I think those are the issues that need to be fixed. Because Saudi is one of the biggest markets.
Yeah.
And that's why we have so many employers. So I think those are things that the government of Kenya needs to, maybe we need to engage government and to see which are some of the solutions we need to come up with so that we can address that problem. But the easiest way is to just dispatch, or the government of Kenya comes up with an online system where people are input, data is input, like the Musanet. I know the Kenyan consulate was telling me they've been trying to ask the Saudi government if they can allow it to access Musanet system, the back end. Because, you know, the NEA, National Employment Authority, are able to access Musanet. So the people who are taking care of our workers in Saudi, surely, should access Musanet. Yeah. And if they access Musanet, then the problem will be sorted out. So he never gets to know, he always gets to see the problem.